morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you welcome back to the beta plan, playing Planescape Torment. Well, as I said, we have one more thing to do in the lower ward. Well,
Alright.
one more thing for now, trust me. The lower ward is filled with a lot of stuff, and we have still many things to do. Karina notices you approach and then beams a happy smile. Hello again, she looks, and she is about to burst with excitement. Thank you so much, Cutter. I'm so grateful for what you did. What did I do, Karina? She laughs. You sent Corvus my way. No, because he told me so. He was afraid to approach me. Thought I had a list of suitors. Well, what I mean to say is, thank you. She gives you a hug. You're welcome, Karina. Always the two of you happiness. Thank you, Cutter. I hope you find happiness in your life as well. Farewell, Karina, for now. Hello again. How are you this fine day? Well, I had some questions. Oh no, you're not the right person to ask apparently. I am mistaken. Whoops. Who was it again that I need to talk to then? Oh, that's no matter. I still like, giving Karina that little hug. Or actually, she gave me the hug and, ever some things. You see Lenny, he smiles at your approach. Hello, Cutter. I heard about Byron. I couldn't be happier. He grins. What can I do for you? Oh, nothing. Farewell. Actually, yes, you could. I had some interest in learning the thieving arts. Can you teach me? You sure you want to give up your current profession and become a thief? Yes. Show me what you know and I'll give you some pointers. He watches you carefully as you demonstrate what you know. At several points, he stops you and shows you ways to improve your skills. In a few hours' time, you think you feel comfortable with your abilities as a thief. Thank you, Lenny. Lenny smiles at you and nods his head. Hey, Cutter. Take these as well. A gift from Lenny to help you out in your new profession. I'm not going to be needing them anymore. He hands you a pair of punch daggers. Thank you, Lenny.
I couldn't carry any more, so I had to drop it.
Oh no, we're not dropping that. This is way too bloody good of an item. Hold on, but before we reveal that goodness...
What is your will?
Well, my will is actually to keep on going as a mage. Thank you, Dakon. I am not going to read that all out, and we will have repeatedly probably... You will see that again and again and again. We may have lost some spell casting abilities because the earrings were taken off, but I think we already cast everything we could. Oh, bloody hell, I do desperately want an identify. I do want to know what these are. Oh, luckily we know them standardly. The Punch Diggers of Zar Anun. +2 enchanted, 3 to 12 piercing damage, +2 piercing damage, so it's actually 3 to 12 +4. +2 armor class, +35 to stealth bonus. Taco +1, yes. Yes, these things are good. They are, well, not the top tier punching daggers, but they are really freaking close to it. That is such a good power. Look at it. And his armor class, all of a sudden, and thanks to 35% extra stealth. Well, okay, I kind of knew they were coming around. We already have stealth 95, and we have 80% trap removal. Ta-da! And don't worry, it doesn't stop at 100%, so it's not like completely bad if you would have taken them now and playing along with me. Probably not, but I'm just saying, it does go over 100%, but these are really good. The Punch Diggers Zar Anun. And yes, there's a complete text about it with wheeled by the infamous Zar Anun. If I'm going to also read out that everything off, I am going to be here with you on, and this is going to seem like a Witcher 3 playthrough because we're going to need a lot of time. So we're not going to do that. Sorry, but just not going to do that. Not that, well, if I would play the Witcher 3, I probably would do. I might just consider playing the Witcher 3 at some times. I have to admit, I have been considering that. Perhaps by the time that this goes up, I have actually decided to do so, but I don't know.
Alright.
I haven't never played in any of the Witcher series yet, but I had them already before, but my computer didn't run well enough, as you know, and, well, they didn't run as well very good. But another thing we're going to do. Stylish script around the door frame proclaims this is building a printing shop. Wait a second. Did we find a note of a printing shop? Yes. Skull of Pen. Pen's note. Oh. You see a thin, stupid man hunched over a desk, scrolling on a piece of paper. His hair is thinning and drab, drawn back into a ponytail, and thin spectacles adorn his hooked nose. His age could be anywhere from his early 20s to his late 40s. He doesn't look up as he speaks to you. What do you want? Make it quick. I have a few questions. Do they have to do with work? Well, are you the one who wrote this note I found in the mortuary? He takes the note from you, looks it over, and crumples it into a bowl, which promptly crumbles into ash. He looks at you levelly. Someone's been defaming a good name, it seems. Now, did you want something? Aaron? Well, could I join your group? He looks at you hard. I'm certain you've been confused with someone else. Did you have any work today, or should I throw you out? I had a few questions. Do you have to do with work? Well, no, but then you're wasting my time, and good day. He turns down his desk. Don't you ignore me. He waves his hand, and you find yourself outside the shop. What the? Well, I don't want to join the anarchist group because they were a barmy bunch, but unfortunately, I'm not even allowed to join. Or, well, I couldn't even make him spill it. If he was or was not within the anarchist, he just took the note and crumbled it. I should have made a copy. By the way, let's talk to this man. After all, he has a name, Yamin. The man has rough, leathery skin with a pale yellow cast and gaunt features. His face is angular, his nose is small and highly placed, and his ears tapered to a point. A tracery of tattoos and scars cover his body. He's dressed in strange, gaudy leather that looks more ornamental than the combat ready. His eyes are like two black stones, and they track you as you approach. Before you reach him, Dakan pauses. I would caution you against speaking to this Gijunki. Oh, what's a Gijunki? Gijunki and Gitzerai were once the common stock. Well, you know what? Read this. We actually know where it is because we read a few of the circles of the unbroken circle of Zerdaman, which we are going to continue with. Don't worry, as said. I am looking into it soon, but I kind of think I need my wisdom a little higher than what I currently have. But yeah. More or less what he says is, if we should speak to this guy, they will attack. I'm going to talk to him. Nonetheless, Dakan nods, Mort rolls eyes, fools rush in, and whoa. The Gijunki has been watching as you approach and seems to ignore you entirely. Dakan, who wails on the walls of Shak-Ad-Lor. Unexpected surprise. He draws his weapon. Dakan also draws his blade. Yamin, your blood shall corrode the flagstones of the street. Oh, attack the Gijunki. The Gijunki and Dakan begin to trade blows immediately. Oh, attack him. Just to show you what I told of before. Some things in the planes move in mysterious ways, or well, there can be grudges like this. Having Dakan in the group triggers this attack. If you don't have him in the group, if I could have just even temporarily pushed him out, well, then we could have talked to this man, but...
Alright.
I can already tell you, don't worry. This is just XP in our pocket, along with some resources, as the Gijunki ran in order to help their comrades.
Right, I'm gone.
Well, they didn't expect him to have this good of a help. Thank you so much. We'll be taking that. It will go to a good cause. Me. Oh. Alright. Oh, that is that handled. Anazi, sorry. You see a sick Gitzerai, not a Gijunki. Woman, she's hunched and bent, and her constant coughing is obviously a source of pain to her. She holds a handkerchief that's practically soaking with blood, tissue, phlegm to her face. She spies you and hisses. Greetings. She stares at you and speaks a few mumbled words to Dakan. Dakan glances at you and says, she cannot understand your speech. She says she is dying. What she's dying of? Her name is Anazi. She says she used to work in the meat-curing house here until a half-month ago, when the illness became too much for her to bear. She was abandoned, evicted from her home, and left for dead. I can't do, by the way, Dakan's voice if you're complaining about that. And you should know now. I mean, come on, what is this? Which episode is it? 25th? No, a little bit beyond that, I believe. But, yeah. Okay, I'm going to continue. And left for dead. Speech pains her, and her illness has crippled much of her mind. She says there is nothing she can give you of value. Let's leave her alone then, she may recover. No, that she will not recover. I can put her out of her misery, that is all. A serf of the people. It is my responsibility to provide an alternative. Then be merciful, Dakan. Dakan draws his blade and waits for a moment for the woman to prepare herself. She touches the unbroken circle of Zurdamon he wears for a moment, and her face is stoic. His blade is a blur, and when he has completed the stroke, she lies bleeding on the hard stone of Sigil Street. Well struck, Duggar. Let's go.
I feel stronger.
Oh!
All right.
Apparently, randomly killing a woman in the street gives you experience.
All right.
Please don't try this in real life, otherwise I'm going to get the cops and the
Right.
FBI and whatever
Done.
other Secret Service behind me. That's not what you
Done.
should be doing before you're wondering. Going like, ooh, do I get XP? Does that make me get a job? Does that get you a job, be the plan? Oh, come on, that was below the belt. How dare you, Watcher? That hurts.
I'm gone.
Alright, and we have entered the next ward.
right.
After all, well, it was about time for that. And yes, there is more to see a little bit back there, don't get me wrong, and I will do so,
gone.
but, later. I can't do all the goodies right now. Besides, we are told to go into this ward and find the mill, because, well, remember the decanter in this water? Yeah, and here's the mill. This tall, slender woman, sipping wine, small ceramic cup, appears to be looking for someone. Her facial features are elegantly exotic, and the woman's ears, though partially covered by her long hair, can be seen to come to sharp points. Greetings. The woman turns to face you, violet eyes flashing like flawless chips of amethyst. Her speech is as music. You can hear a faint musical tinkling, 100 tiny crystal bells, as she speaks. Each word lingers in your ears as if you were unwillingly to relinquish the exquisite sound. The Mel turned to face the scarred Dow stranger, to ask what he wished of her. Wow. Pah! Anna sneers at Mort. Stop your drooling, you leering skull. My, what a hot-blooded little chit. Start for attention. I could drool over you too. You're just jealous. Mort starts floating towards Anna, making wet and slavering noises. Get a hairbreadth closer, skull, and I'll see to it that not one of your chattering teeth lies within 100 paces of another. Mort stops abruptly, turning away with muttering intelligently. You're the Mel? I was told you know the command word for this decanter. The woman makes no move to touch or examine the decanter, but only speaks. Namel took it from the stranger, turning it in her hands. Had she seen it like before, she thought? Perhaps. Yes, she remembered now. She returned the decanter, whispering into his ear as she did so.
Updated my journal.
You realize you know the word now. Nilden Nozai. Though you're certain the woman never whispered it to you, but merely said she did. She blinks at you. Let the stranger leave her now, satisfied with what she had told him. No, not just yet. Besides, I had the feeling you were looking for someone. Where could she be? Namel wondered. Her companion, Aelwyn, was supposed to have met her here days ago. The woman sighs miserably. The air around her grows chill with her own sadness. How long must she search this vast fallen city before she finds her dearest friend? I could help you find your friend. Sorry. Your speech is just... It makes me just want to help you all that more. What does she look like? Namel clasps her hand together and bows her head to you. She would be so pleased to hear news of her friend. She told the kind stranger what Elwyn looked like, so that he would know her should he come across her. An image forms in your mind, a woman who resembles Namel, but with golden eyes and hair of fiery crimson. Well, what trend have I find her for? Well,
Updated my journal.
wow, they talk and it happens. Ooh. Well, that is a power, isn't it?
Done.
I have a job. No? Ah, crap.
All right.
Well, let's do that little thing. Interesting things. Don't worry. We'll come back. We'll go back.
I'm gone.
But look at her. Yes. This is the distance. One of the easiest quests in an RPG ever found. Ellen. This tall, slender woman occasionally looks up from her cup of wine to scan the surrounding patrons and passers by. I think you both went to the wrong bar. You know, this is a green tent, the other one is a purple tent. Her facial features are elegantly exotic, again, and her eyes, a brilliant golden color, caught the light sparkling as she looks about. Greetings. She regards you carefully for a moment before replying. She speaks slowly and carefully, avoiding direct eye contact with you. I, Eowyn, return your greetings. Eowyn, your friend Namel is looking for you.
Updated my journal.
She begins to smile, but then covers her mouth with her hand and looks down at her drink. I, Eowyn, am most pleased to hear of Namel. Might I, Eowyn, persuade you to tell her of this place? Yes, I'll do that for you.
Updated my journal.
She looks at you directly, and for just the briefest of moments, before she casts her eyes back down to her drink. Her senses are awash with a warm, comfortable feeling. Pure happiness. I, Eowyn, thank you. It's my pleasure, but may I ask you about her, though? Or you, in particular, yourself as well? Eowyn nods slowly. The way she speaks and what her words do. How? Magic? I, Eowyn, can only say that we come from another place, another world. We are not like the people here, whose words, thoughts, or feelings even affect nothing directly. Go on. I, Eowyn, take great care so as to not affect those around me too greatly. Namel, she is new here and cannot do so. It is something she must learn, should she choose to remain here much longer. But why? There are many reasons. I, Eowyn, feel it is not right to impose reality upon those without the ability to impose their own reality upon me. Eowyn. Is there anything you cannot do by simply speaking of it? She frowns, a strange, unpleasant feeling arises in the pit of your stomach. Please. I, Eowyn, would speak of it no more. Alright. Farewell, Eowyn. I will not pressure us.
I'm going.
Wow. Wow. Now I need to decide what is the best I can do.
Alright.
Well, you know what? Let's have some fun. Don't get me wrong. This is a very interesting place. Oh, it's not even flagged yet. But, oh, actually, this is also a very cool place. As is this place. No, that place. We're not there yet, but... Well, let's first do a little bit of easy XP gathering. Diligence.
Done.
Diligons, I think it is. No, diligence it is. Sorry, I thought it was an A in between. This
Done.
is also a really cool place, I think. This is, I think... Yes, the brothel of slating intellectual lusts. Oh, baby, what we will find there, but that is not for this episode. That's for a later episode. Yes, sir. He wants my help. Well then, Mulmaneer. This thin, sharp-faced man rushes towards you, calling for your attention. Ah, sir, but a moment of your time. Were you perchance here to visit the tailor? Hey, the man breaks in. I ask, sir, because I seem to have offended the man. I had commissioned the hot-blooded fool to make me a costume, but he's thrown me out in the shop and he will not speak with me now. So what? The man suddenly balls his fist and shakes them at the sky. What have I done to deserve such treatment? Nothing, I say. I was a patron. It is his duty to serve me, that curlish buffoon. So what do you want from me? He focused on you again. Oh, yes, you. Could I beg of you to enter the place and fetch me my costume for me, sir? I have a masquerade to go to, and I have not the time to commission another tailor. Yes, I'll go get it now.
Updated my journal.
Ah, excellent, sir. This is the very building right here. He points to the long, low structure just north of him. I thank you, sir. Farewell.
All right.
Let's talk to Goncalves. Finally, a little bit of Spanish in there, I think. Portuguese? Spanish? Oh, something like that. Somebody's going to hit me over the head. I'm so sorry. I can't keep those two languages apart. And I know they are very, well, not very different, but different enough that people can be offended by that. I mean no offense. I'm just a buffoon who doesn't understand the difference between them. And I don't know if Goncalves is closer to... Goncalves is closer to Spanish or Portuguese. Anyways, this is short, heavy-set, middle-aged man is wearing clothes that seem to be spun of glittering gold. In his hands he holds a bolt of cloth, strung taut across a wooden frame. Taut? Strung. I think this needs to be strung tight. I noticed a typo. Never noticed it before, but now I notice it. Strung tight across a wooden frame. He's currently embroidering some pattern into a fabric. Greetings. The man doesn't seem to acknowledge your presence. He continues to work at his embroidery, muttering under his breath, as he sews shimmering motes of light seem to sparkle and drop from the tip of the needle. Good sir, did you hear me? The man does not look up from his work, frowning distastefully, as he answers, yes, yes, and I am certain that what you need is truly quite urgent. Now, if you could be silent for just a moment. Alright, I'll wait quietly. At last he sets down the embroidery and looks up at you. Before you can speak, however, he suddenly picks up another item and sets to work on it. Again, as he works, what looks to be tiny cold sparks drip from the fabric. Oh, wait, some more then. He finally finishes work, setting it down to examine you. Greetings, I am Gungalvis. Now, what is it that you were here to see me about? Well, I had some questions. I hope this is about garments and the like. I shan't answer anything not concerning myself or the store, you know. What were those lights while you were embroidering? That? Nothing, sir, but a bit of the art, which I at times weave into fabric when the fancy strikes me. Those items which I have lavished enchantments upon are my most special creations, and are rarely sold. Magical clothing, you say? Oh, I know a few people who can make use of that. Oh, wait a second, Dakan doesn't change his armor. But perhaps that I can have even something more that would accentuate... no, just... Okay, what sort of magical clothes do you have available? Conglavis looks over at you, frowning. Nothing that would fit you, that is for certain. Alright, sorry I asked. Perhaps you want a more better model? I'd still like to see what you have to offer, just the same. Yes, he actually does. Jerking of the brazen rogue and jerking of the fleeting shadow. Close for Anna. This one being very good. Low armor class, +1 to tackle. This not being bad, but should we as Anna steal it? Yeah? Well, we have a chance for it, but it's really difficult. I'm not going to do that right now, but that will greatly increase her abilities. But first, Congalvis sits down. Sorry, I don't know why I constantly want to say Conglavis, but because conclaving, which autoclaving has to do with my work. If I had a job, but my type of chosen profession. Sits down something he was working on and notes to you. Nods to you. You come again, sir. Good. What can I help you with? I had some questions. I wanted to pick up a dust mushroom. You are lucky then, sir. I happen to have one available. Cost of 30 copper commons. I'll take it. Congalvis takes a set of neatly folded rope from under a counter. Here you are, sir. I would warn you, though. If this is for the upcoming masquerade of Lord Urt, many folks are already attending as dustmen. Oh, keep that in mind. Farewell, Congalvis. 30 coppers. Alright. Oh, you're the wrong person. You are the right person. The man looks at you expectantly. Well, did you get the custom of Gungalvis? Yes, here it is. It cost me 30 commons.
Updated my journal.
Fine, take it. Here. He tells you 30 copper commons. Now, I have to be off. Wait. Gungalvis said many people were already going to the masquerade as dustmen. Did he? Blast! I would hate to arrive in such a common custom. I could see if he had another one ready. But this time it will cost you, because I'm being a bit of an errand boy here. He rolls his eyes, sneering at you. I should have figured. Here, you mercenary. This will be enough, I trust. He hands you 20 copper commons. Oh, that will do. I'll tell him another custom.
Journal.
20. Well, it's just for running in and back. Congalvis sets down something he was working on and asks you. You come again, sir. Good. What can I help you with? I had some questions. I wanted to pick up a different costume. Congalvis nods and smiles knowingly. The dustman bit seemed a bit too common after all, eh? Well, it just so happens that I have a guardsman costume. If you would like, it shall cost you only 50 coppers. And guardsman, well, that's the one that I passed up in the little wars, but don't you worry, we will return to them. The guardsmen that have the forge as their headquarters. Well, you know what that means. Well, I'll take it. You all, sir, enjoy the masquerade. Have a leather apron and work boots. Thank you very much.
All right.
The man looks at you expectantly. Well, did you get a custom from Gungalvis? Yes, here it is. It cost me 50 commons.
Updated my journal.
He makes a disgusted noise, snatches the custom from you, and shoves 50 coins into your hands. Now, I'll be off. Farewell. Yes, I could have lied about it, but I don't have a lot of charisma. I think I will see through that lie of mine. So, I'm afraid that is something we can't do right now, unfortunately. But yes, 4 people, right? And I said we might find someone else in here. Well, we also have the counter of endless water. We could get Ignis, but well, you knew that more or less. I had already by accident kind of spilled the point of that, but in a joking way. But I think we are going to pick up somebody else, somebody a little bit more interesting, and then we will pick up Ignis. I say I thank you for watching. Remember, great peril yields great beauty.